Hassan, and I'm presenting to you a very important topic, an issue which we usually ignore. We walk in the streets, we came in Melbourne, in Australia, for the study purpose. In any environment, in even our country, we are not paying attention to some of the major problems that we should. And today I'm going to reflect the light on an important issue, which is homeless people. Let me begin with the definition of homelessness. May I ask a question from you guys? What do you think? What does it mean by homelessness? Who is a homeless? What does it mean by homeless?
The people who don't have homes.
People don't have homes, yeah?
No family.
Sleep on street.
Sleep on street, no family, yeah? Anything else? Okay. Well, according to my knowledge, it's the same definition. The basic definition is people who are without home and who are living on the streets. They don't have any roof. But there's something more as well. It's just the basic definition. There's something we're missing here. And that something is people who are starving. They are hungry. People who are hungry. People with no social circle, no social life. People who are insecure. And there are many other things that we don't know about because we haven't been through that situation. We are living very happy in our life, but still we are missing something. We are not paying attention to something that we should, There are factors behind each and every problem. Why are people homeless? Do any one of you know why are people homeless? What is the cause of this problem?
They are disabled. They cannot make money for support themselves.
Okay, yeah, correct. Anyone else?
They don't work hard enough.
Okay. Any other opinion?
Support mental illness.
Yep, that's a major cause as well. What do you think? What's the answer from these pictures? It's pretty much the same answer that you guys just gave me. According to my knowledge and my research, these were the major causes in Australia. Joblessness, people who were separated from their parents or from their partner. Domestic violence, that is a vital factor in Australia, and especially women are facing this. Harassment, natural disasters, flooding, anything bad happens that we are not responsible for, but some people, they face the consequences. And increase in rents. I have faced this trouble myself. I had to change several places because the landlord was so willing to increase the rent that I cannot afford being a student. But there are some other facts as well, some important one. Do you know what is the public attitude of Australians towards these homeless people? What do you think? What is the common attitude? Whenever we see a homeless person in the street, what's the first answer or what's the first opinion that comes to your mind? Just tell me frankly. What do you think when you see a homeless person on the street? Empathy? You feel empathy? Why do you think that he's lying there? He's laying there, he's just begging for some money. What do you think? Why?
I think a lot of people think that they're lazy.
They're lazy. That's the correct answer. Recent research showed that an individual, when he passes through by the streets and sees any homeless person, he thinks, he's just a druggie. He has some drinking problem. But that's not it. We're ignoring the fact here. Look at these pictures. A child is crying, a man is slapping a woman, and the woman in the third picture is begging for, please stop. In Australia, 100,000 Australians are homeless. There are more women homeless as compared to men. 1 in every homeless person, 1 in 3 is a child. The most common cause which was researched was domestic violence. And most of them are the mothers with their children who escape from domestic violence and seek shelter, but they don't have any home, any roof to support themselves, to live there, and they are living an insecure life. I'll reflect some light on the statistics data. In the world at present, 100 million people are homeless. In Australia, about 100,000 homeless. 1 in 200 people is a homeless. In Victoria, around 23,000 people currently are homeless. This society, St. Vincent de Paul, is a very famous one, and the chief executive is John Lewinsky. He just told in a newspaper that 550 people currently are in the waiting list, waiting for the support from this society. 30 people each month are increasing. Check out these pictures, guys. Each person has a story. Each person is living a miserable life as compared to our life. I'll show you a small video, and a homeless person is describing his feelings when he is facing the behavior of people who are ignoring them.
Oh, you need to put the audio thing in.
Sold for $100,000 plus interest.
My name is Ronald Davis. I've been on the street for about 1.5 years now. Well, I come from the suburbs. Life, you know, which is rough. And I mean, I done slept in Lower Wacker, I done slept on the bridges, I done slept in the little cardboard boxes and stuff, you know, just surviving, especially in the wintertime is the hardest time. And like, I go to fill out applications for a job and stuff. They look at me, you know, I'm not looking presentable, and then they, well, we'll call you, leave a number, but how can I leave a number when I don't have a phone? So it's just a struggle out there, you know. I just, you know, from day to day, people, I come out here and panhandle with my cup right here at the Metro train station. People come out, bring me sandwiches and stuff like this here. And I start out in the morning about 6 o'clock. You know, sometimes I don't even have enough to go to the flop house. You know, sometimes the flop house is a cheap place and they number $16 for 24 hours, where over there on Clark and Van Buren. And a lot of times I don't have enough money for that, so I had to end up sleeping in the park or on one of these benches downtown or something like this, and then the security guards come and run you off about 5 or 6 in the morning. So by 6 o'clock I started panhandling and trying to survive. And like I said before, some days I don't even have enough to get it wrong, so I had to sleep on the street. But I depend on the people that's coming off the train, because most of them I give them respect. You know, most of them like me. They come out and give me clothes and food and stuff like this here, start to survive. Give me a few bucks and everything, and I add it up at the end of the day and get me a little room for the night. And whenever I'm not fortunate enough to get the room, I just sleep in the street wherever I can. It's really humiliating to be shaking a cup 24 hours a day and people just look at you like you some kind of little bum, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I have had people that walk past me and say, "Get a job, bum." And I said, wait a minute, I'm not a bum, I'm a human being. And in this harbor. Well, after the end of the day, when people go home and everybody get on the metro train and they might, and then I just feel so bad that I can't be going home, you know. I mean, I'm sorry. But it's really emotional because I'm really trying to get myself together and get off this tree.
Okay, due to the less time, I'm just stop this video here. I don't know if you guys noticed or not, that guy probably did not have even a tissue paper to wipe out his tears. He said in the end that when he sees people going home at the night, he thinks he has not a roof on himself. He has no home to live. He sleeps often on the cardboard boxes. And he started weeping when people humiliating him. The message here is, do not look down upon someone unless or until you're raising them up. There is okay, we just saw the problem, this is a problem, but what is our government doing? Obviously, maybe all of you are thinking the same. So let me reflect some light on this one. Recent government plans, they have showed that housing programs have been increased by 50%, which is quite good rate. 10,000 homes were built this year and they are building more. They're encouraging this thing. Over 1,700 funded services are there to support this sort of people, homeless people. Australian government recently contributed 550 million from 2008 to 2013. Do you guys have any idea what is a non-profit organization? Does anybody know here?
Which works for public.
Okay, the non-profit organization, in other words, we call them charity. So they help people without considering any benefits for themselves. They provide them shelter, food, clothing, the basic necessities of life, accommodation, and employment services. And they are in Melbourne, Victoria as well. And I just showed you the St. Paul services was one of them. There are two videos now I want to show you. Sorry. Yeah. So there are two videos now that I want to show you. Now I'm going to shift my attention from the problem to the solution. How we can resolve these things. Can we rely on the government only? Can we rely on the charity organizations only? No, we cannot. To bring the change, we have to be the change.
How you doing, man? Is it okay if you could spare that slice for me, please? Really? Hi, how you doing, man? Can I please have a slice? I'm very hungry.
Sorry about that, I can't have that.
Alright, sorry for asking. Enjoy your slice, man. Hello, excuse me. Can I have an extra slice? I'm hungry.
Fuck out of here. I'm hungry too. Fuck out of here. You got Cuba Libre on it, Nike? Fuck out of here. Who the fuck you got?
Sorry for asking. What's going on, buddy? How you doing? We ate a lot of, slices. You want the rest? Alright, here you go, man. Alright, take care, buddy. Hello, how you doing? I'm really hungry. It's hard out there, man. You have an extra slice in there? Yeah, you sure? You wouldn't mind? Appreciate it, man. It's so hard out there. Yeah. I know how you feel, man. It sucks. I really thank you. Thank you so much. I'm gonna get going. Thank you once again. I appreciate it so much. I wanna being so generous to me. I wanna give you a nice little tip. Thank you. God bless you, alright?
Sorry, I forgot to give a little bit background behind this video. There were 3 students in New York City. They conducted this experiment. They went to people who were privileged people. They asked for food, they denied it. And then they provided the food to an unprivileged person on the street. And then the same students, they came to that person and requested for food. That person offered them food, even though he himself was a homeless person. But the thing here is, he knew the value of the food. He had been through the same situation, so he offered them the food. Next video, I'm just gonna quickly forward it. That's an interesting one. There is an Australian barber. He offers free services to the homeless people. He cuts their hair and he shaves them for free. Does not charge them.
No matter where you celebrate Christmas, there'll be an IGA or super IGA just to... around the corner. There's everything you need. So this year, save time, shop local. Scoot down to IGA. That's the way I like it.
I grew up in a family where it's just always been let's help the community, let's help out the world, you know? My parents, they're both Baha'i, and the Baha'i religion really encourages humanitarian work and just being philanthropists. Not in the name of God, just in the name of the community, in the name of the world. And so I always grew up to that, so I always knew I wanted to help people out. And I figured, how else can I help people out while still maintaining something that I love doing? And I figured, man, free haircuts are the way to be. So I just went around, found a couple people in the city, and it just was awesome. They seemed so happy, I seemed so great. And yeah, man, like it just started from there.
What's the catch? Honestly, we were talking amongst ourselves going, what's the catch? Why does this bloke want to cut our hair? And then I finally said to him, I said, maybe he's just trying to get out there, man, trying to do a bit for the community. You ever thought of that?
For me, I love cutting hair more than anything else in this world. You know, sometimes I like it more than eating and sleeping because I've literally not eaten or slept properly, so I could just cut all my friends' hair one after another so I could just keep getting that practice. And now that I've cut all my friends' hair and there's literally no one else that I can cut, I've gone out on the streets and I'm trying to help out people on the streets now. So people think that I'm doing them a favor. Nah, they're doing me a favor. Like, that's the whole thing.
Look, I'm a good bloke having a rough drop.
Yeah.
Hey. Your next love, don't go too far. 3 haircuts. And look, I just said to my mates, I said, look, I'll go and get mine done first and then we'll take it from there. So
Okay, you guys have seen the both videos now. There are people outside here. They are very kind and they are helping people out. We have to bring the change as well, even though if it's a small one, but we can share our part. How we can bring the change? Pretty simple methods. You can donate money, even it's a little bit. You can buy them food. If you think, okay, he does not need money, or he's a maybe druggy or drunk person, but he's hungry, just buy him some food. And then spread the awareness, the most important thing. We use Facebook, we watch YouTube, so we can spread the awareness. And then won't cost us any money. Try to explore their lives, and most importantly, please think and act as well. That's the message that I want to give all of you, that kindness is for free. We can offer it for free to everyone. You know, we can help people up. We can do small acts of kindness can change the world. Right now, countries are developing weapons, missiles. People don't need them. What people need is love and a little bit kindness. To wrap up my topic, I shared with you what is a homeless person, the definition of homeless person, the current and recent statistics. I showed you some couple of videos that people are out there, they're helping people out. And then I showed you the solution that government is doing, the charities are doing, and we have to play our part as well. Thank you so much for listening to me. If you have any questions, I'm glad to answer you. Thank you.
Any questions for Hassan?
Do you think just provide food can reduce the number of homeless people?
We cannot reduce the number of homeless people, but if you provide them food, at least you change his feelings towards this world, towards you, towards people. Like people are humiliating people, you know, as you saw in the video. If a person is hungry, at least you are helping him out. Obviously, you can't build him a home. Everybody have to share their part. There are other government, societies, and charities as well. But I'm talking about an individual's part. If you're just going to somewhere, you see a homeless person, and he's hungry, obviously you're not a rich person, you're not Bill Gates or Steve Jobs, or it's not your duty as well. But all I'm saying is you have to do a little act of kindness. What you can do, you can buy him food, you can give him some coins, you know, things like that.
Sometimes in Australia, I have one story that in Australia, I just take the animal being an example. We should be well, let them be well. That means if we provide them food, they just think it's more comfortable and more convenient to get food. So they just give up any opportunity to work. So I think my concern is that sometimes more people will come join to homeless group.
Hey Vincent, will you be homeless just to get a free slice of pizza? Are you going to now sit on the corner in dirty clothes?
I tried to give some, but I think not to reduce the number.
No, the answer which I can do is you haven't been through that situation. It's not easy to move your hand forward and do like this, or to put your cap on the street and say, okay, I'm hungry. People are out there, they are facing some serious consequences. And I don't believe on this thing. I was reading an interview of a celebrity. Do you know what he said? He said, I don't give a damn about that person, why is he sitting there, what he's doing. If I can help him, he said that I was thinking, if I give him money, he might go for drinking or he may buy drugs. But then he said, who am I to judge him? That's the important thing. You don't know what they're facing. If you are not helping them, at least do not judge them as well. Is that all?
I think I should say it's about we should get how to help them. I really appreciate that we have this one because I also want to help these people. But I also think that we just want to say some people think that the people should help the others. They think that this mood is they want to do this one, and he's afraid that the number of the homeless people will increase because they want a free rider. So I think that for me, I did is just join some charity to help the homeless people rather than just only provide food.
That would, like, if you're comfortable with that, like if I'm, for example, if me, I don't think about all these things that more people will join. That's a long debate and that's a separate thing. But what I'm saying is, you have to decide how you can play your part,
Yeah,
even if it's a small one.
Do our best to help them, I think. So I will agree with your point.
Yeah.
Can I ask how many times have you provided food for the homeless?
Me?
Yeah.
If I see a homeless person, I try my best to provide food. As if I have the money in my wallet, I try my best. And if I'm in a hurry, I cannot buy them food, I give them sufficient amount of money. And honestly, the reason that I chose this topic is, I myself, I do this thing. I feel very sorry for these people. Once, when I was new to Australia, I came here and 3 nights I lived in a hotel. I was paying $100 per night. 4th night, I was thinking, I'm running out of money. I don't have any job. What if I become homeless here? Because I come from Pakistan. I don't know anybody here. I have to struggle on my own. So what happens? And I tell you, I was totally scared. I was pretty scared. I mean, just consider that person was weeping. He did not even have a handkerchief to wipe his tears. People are living on streets. It's raining, bad weather, cold. We are wearing jackets. There are people out there, they're not wearing anything. Aren't they human? This is my question. They are human as well.
What do you think about those people who pretend to be homeless, like college students, something, and they just begging for money for leaves or gambling?
As I told you before, that's a separate debate, and that's a long topic as well. This is why I gave the example of that celebrity. He said that he was passing through a street, he saw a homeless person. He was about to help him, then he thought that, why should I help him? Maybe he'll use this money for the wrong purpose. But then again he replied, he said, who am I to judge them? Can you judge anybody just by seeing them? Just from reading the cover, you cannot know that what's the story behind in this book, you know? Just by standing at the bank of the river, you cannot measure its depth. So it's the same thing.
So part of that is don't put it all together, just judge
Just
each
that's
one.
a separate portion, yeah.
Any other questions? Well, thank you very much,
Thank you.
Hassan.